meteorologist Kat Campbell joining us now. Today just felt glorious, Kat, beginning to end. Obviously, the honeymoon is going to go away at some point.
Yes, it will, Lena. We can't get used to this. I mean, I wish we could for a whole week, but not quite. Tonight, very comfortable once again. We're going to be in the low to mid 50s, 55 in Raleigh, 51 in Roxborough, 53 in Rocky Mount. We've got great weather to step outside, see the ISS pass tonight. 66 degrees, look up at 9:34 to see it. It'll last a couple minutes. Tomorrow evening, 8:46, 72 degrees. Nice 5-minute pass. So check out these ISS passes. We've got a really nice night to see the International Space Station, but we are going to cloud up a bit later this week. Today we've had that nice clear sky, and we've got a front stalled to our south. High pressure still in control of our local weather right now, but we are also monitoring Tropical Storm Francine. That's expected to make landfall in Louisiana as a hurricane, and we're not actually going to see the center of the remnants reach North Carolina more than likely. But as it makes its transition to a normal low pressure system and weekends, we'll see a front lift to the north and some of that Gulf Coast moisture that it drags inland with it. And because of that, we could see some scattered showers here locally later this week into the weekend. We've got rain chances Friday through Sunday, but we actually lowered rain chances those days. It's definitely not looking like a washout. The heavier rain stays well west of us, and those rainfall totals over 5 or 6 inches in spots, even just offshore, closer to 10 inches. For us here at home, we are in the green, so we're looking at less than ½ an inch of rain over the next 7 days, unless we were to see some kind of significant change. 85 for the high tomorrow, sunny skies expected, 84 Wednesday. By Thursday, mostly cloudy, 81 as that moisture begins to arrive. It'll feel a little more humid, and 85 is going to feel pretty warm tomorrow afternoon if you're in the direct sunlight. The humidity goes up Friday and Saturday, but it's still not all that bad really all week long. But in the coming days, it's really going to feel great humidity-wise. 56 degrees at 8 a.m. for your dog walk tomorrow morning, 78 at noon, and then during the afternoon, pretty warm out there in the sun. Make sure you're protecting their paws in the pavement. And our WRAL Weather Watcher photo is the sunset last night. Absolutely beautiful from Quail Roost Farms, and that's up kind of near Roxborough. So thank you to Lisa for sharing that with us. We actually could see some pretty sunrises and sunsets because we've seen this wildfire smoke pushed southeast toward North Carolina. It's not thick, it's not leading to any air quality concerns, but just a heads up if you saw the haze in the sky today, and if you happen to see a beautiful glowing orange sunset tonight, that's likely why. Mid-80s for the next couple of afternoons, but still cool in the mornings. We are going to see our lows warm into the 60s beginning Thursday morning, and that's when the clouds roll in as well. We've got mostly cloudy skies Thursday through Sunday, so soak in this sunshine while you can. Lena and Dan?
Sure will.
Love this time of year. Thanks, Kat.
More than 3,000 repairs to roads across eastern North Carolina, and in many cases they redesigned the culverts so they could handle more water, but clearly there is more work to be done. Let's check in with WRL's Aaron Thomas in Brunswick County, and this kind of damage, Aaron, is going to take a long time to repair.
Yeah, most certainly, Brian. In fact, I want to point out just within the past 30 minutes, we've had deputies with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office that have arrived on scene because even though these barricades are put in place, we've seen many drivers who have taken upon themselves to drive around and try to get to the other side. It's definitely been a frustrating process for sure, but of course, a lot of these roads are not passable or safe at this point. You're now looking here live on Old Ocean Highway. There is a truck that is partially submerged. It gave out as these rough storms pushed through yesterday, and we have crews from both the state DOT that they're assessing the roads, which will be a long process. You have had even travelers that are local as well as visitors, many of them asking us how long is it going to take or how can I get from point A to point B. But patience is key as inspectors work to determine which roads are passable and which ones are unsafe. Here's a little tidbit. You can go to drivenc.gov to find out active road incidents and which are impacted by the storm. Also, another word of advice for anyone with children enrolled in the local school system, Brunswick County schools will be closed for the remainder of the week. Aaron Thomas, WRAL News, live in Brunswick County.
You can barely see that truck in that hole. Take a look at this video now from Carolina Beach. This is the area where you can see the water coming up to that car, just inundating this front porch. The town took on more than 20 inches of water over the last 24 hours. WRAL's Monica Casey spoke with a woman who took that video of her home just swamped. Monica, how is she doing?
Yeah, Karen Bagala has retired to this area after vacationing here in Carolina Beach for years. She lives south of this area on the other side of all of this flooding. The owner of the home that she rents tells me they bought that property in 1997 and it had never flooded. All of that changed on Monday.
It was really unexpected.
Karen Bagala and her dog Cooper are safe after her home flooded, her belongings now scattered around the front yard.
It just was overwhelming. It just kept rising. I put towels down to try to keep the rain from coming in. And it was up to here. And then outside on the porch, it was up to here.
It was when Bagala's couch was floating that her friend convinced her to call 911.
I was trying to stick it out, and then he said, yeah, they came and rescued them, so they should let them come and rescue you.
Both she and Cooper were safely evacuated by Wilmington Fire.
Our father's name is Andy, and we are Andy.
With the worst weather comes the best neighbors. Trey and Trevor Eason drove around the island looking for people to help. We found them clearing the first floor of this home on South 4th Street.
This one was very unexpected.
Exactly.
There wasn't much of a warning on this one, so this one definitely was... It caught everybody off guard. I feel like nobody had a good warning on this one.
Fat Pelican owner Danny McLaughlin says his dive bar will be back in business in a couple of days, thanks to lots of help from employees.
Nothing to get really upset about. I mean, this is a part of living. We got a lot better than a lot of people. I didn't have a tornado or anything. The building's still there. Floors will wash up. We'll be ready to go.
The main message we're hearing from residents and business owners is that they just didn't expect this storm to be as bad as it was. They didn't expect to see all of this flooding. The National Weather Service calls this a 1,000-year flood. Live at Carolina Beach, Monica Casey, WRAL News.
Yeah, very unpleasant surprise. Several other businesses were inundated with floodwater and have been forced to close for the time being. Kate's Pancake House on Lake Park Boulevard is a Carolina Beach staple. The owner hopes to reopen Thursday or Friday.
Download the WRAL News app to keep up with current conditions. You can bring the dual Doppler 5000 radar with you wherever you go. It's free to download.